Welcome back to SatoshiConomy. Did you see the markets today? Wow, from about 5 in the morning till noon, New York time, Bitcoin went up about $700, so it's well over 10%. I've got some really good information for you today from bitinfocharts.com. It's some mathematical information. So the largest chunk, or almost all the information I'm going to give to you to mull over, is mathematical. I'm not going to talk about geopolitical dynamics or the dumping of a Ponzi scheme in China or Christmas or those things that are can affect the market, but strictly, or for the most part, from a mathematical standpoint. So SatoshiConomy is honest global crypto news and info, and I say that because my value proposal is to just report from what I try to do for myself in finding the truth and reality of what's going on out there, and then I just put it on a video for you to figure for yourself. So if you find great information of help or value, please smash that love on the YouTube so that others can see so that more people can see the information as well. So in the show notes, I'll link a couple of informational items for your further review. But today, really what happened from the information I studied on from bitinfocharts.com was that, now speaking purely in the last 24 hours and speaking purely about Bitcoin, we found that there was about $8.7 billion worth of Bitcoin traded. There was about 311,000 transactions. The median transaction was only $269, whereas the average transaction was about $28,000 worth of Bitcoin. That is the most key bit of information from all of this. So I'll repeat that. The median transaction in the last 24 hours worth of Bitcoin was only $269, whereas the average transaction in the last 24 hours of Bitcoin was $28,000. So on that website, you can do it yourself. You can see the 100 largest transactions accounted for $2.33 billion worth of the $8.7 billion worth of Bitcoin that was traded. In other words, about 27%. So 3/10,000ths of the transactions accounted for 27% of all the Bitcoin traded in the last day. That's like saying about 9,997 of 10,000 transactions accounted for 73%. Flip that around, I think I already said it, about 3/10,000ths of the transactions accounted for 27%. The long and short is this: it's whale paradise right now. And why is that valuable for us? Because this is a hodler's paradise. And that may sound a little bit like maybe the wrong kind of thing to say, but really, truly, what's really going on over through age and millennia is that people buy high and they sell low. There's a lot of people selling, getting some Christmas money for today. I understand that, and that is a reality. There's a lot of people selling just because they hear, well, in China there's this big Ponzi scheme that's dumped $300 million worth of Bitcoin out of the market in the during this week. And of course that's going to affect, downward. There's Peter Schiff saying that in 2020, and he's just bashing Bitcoin. He says that Bitcoin's going to go down from here for all of 2020. I really think he's buying Bitcoin. So we look back at these numbers, and the top 100 largest transactions in the last day averaged $23 million worth of Bitcoin. That deserves repeating. $2.33 billion was transacted in the 100 largest transactions in the last day. So it's very, very obvious what's taking place. So since there's 311,000 transactions, up to about 155,000 transactions, there was about $269 worth of Bitcoin traded. From here on up to the rest, it was there was a lot of, just huge transactions, because the average transaction during the day was $28,000 worth. So I don't want to say much more about that. I don't want to, just say the same thing a million times. But the long and short is there's a lot of whale activity, a lot of larger transactions accounting for most of the activity. So it makes sense to be greedy when people are very, very fearful. Warren Buffett said that, that's his main strategy, is to, when people are very, very fearful, be very, very greedy. The question we have to ask ourselves, well, what's the future look like? Does this mean that, it's a Bitcoin obituary? I mean, there's even a website, I'll put that in the show notes, I think it's called bitcoinobituaries.com, where in the media it counts how many times there's reports that Bitcoin's dead or dying. But the one thing that is very, very interesting that I heard about, that I got a .crypto domain, actually several of them, and this was just opened up very, very recently. I mean, it's a project that's been being worked on through a team, but this is pivotal, and this is a very, very important development. It shows the reality of the transformational nature of what Bitcoin is. What I'm talking about with .crypto addresses, and it's also .zil addresses that are now opened up for your purchase. I'll leave a link in the show notes so that you can find out more information about that. There's an organization called unstoppabledomains.com, and you can find out more there. But basically, the transformational thing that's going on is these .crypto and .zil addresses aren't just a domain name, they're a wallet. By virtue, they're a wallet where you can also, on the blockchain, create a domain, and you can also direct that to a .com address if you want to. You point your, I think they call it the IPFS, to the .com if you want to do that, or just leave it at .crypto. But the long and short of it is this, that these domains are unstoppable. They're uncensorable. They are, they can't be shut down. So another way of explaining it is that you could say have your name .crypto and say, hey Joe, you owe me $1,000 for that service. Just go on to my name.crypto and then just send the $1,000 any way you want, with fiat from any nation or whatever, and whatever crypto you want to enable on that website. In other words, you could put 2, 3 cryptos on there, or 100. Would say, hey Joe, just send $1,000 worth of fees. Pay me. Just go to myname.crypto and click on that and just send it. So in other words, people don't have to remember 60 million different digits and letters and dashes and that thing. It's just so simplistic. But any money that goes onto that website, or in other words onto that wallet, they're one and the same. It can't be censored. It can't be shut down. So it's just wonderful. So I encourage you to check out some more information about that. But I bring that up in light of what happened today, because that's one question we have to ask ourselves. And this is just one little itsy-bitsy, teeny-weeny little thing that's continuing to develop in the technology in what we're talking about. I mean, for Peter Schiff to come out and say, well, Bitcoin's going to go down there in all of 2020. I mean, it's anybody's guess. I mean, truly, who knows? No one knows. But it's my opinion, and all of this information is opinion. It's not for financial advice, it's for entertainment purposes. But take it for what it's worth for yourself, because you're the only one responsible for your own actions, right? But it's my opinion that this technology is just going to continue to develop in value. And what happened today was, who can buy $23 million worth in a transaction of Bitcoin? Those people are likely people who have also already invested a lot in the technology, and those are people that we can emulate. Well, long and short, we got to make our own choices, and I think it's for me, it's a time to stack sats. So that's kind of the information for today, and the .crypto thing is really well worth finding out more. You can leave me an email if you want more information on what I have done in that space. I'd be more than happy to tell you some of the things that I know about what's happening there. But if you like some of the things that you've heard here, smash it up for me. I'd appreciate it, so that others can hear about that. I really do wish you happy holidays, Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. # love all serve others. What this means basically is, this isn't all about money. This isn't all about wealth. This is, monetary wealth. This is about time wealth and about giving from ourselves. Let's add value to this ecosystem. Let's add value to our families, the ones that we hold with our arm's reach, and add value to the world. So with all that, I just wish you peace until next time, and until next time, Peace.